Worst things overheard while sleeping. According to Reddit, number 30. My roommate and her friends with benefits having loud, dirty talk snuggle session. I had recently had my wisdom teeth out, and they believed that I was passed out on pain medication. I am not hearing myself well in this microphone, which usually results in me boosting the sensitivity, which may or may not have the intended results. Apologies in advance. Apologies in advance. That aside, this list is going to be very strange. A lot of these entries, in my opinion, are non-entries, but even going as far down as 30, a lot of these are getting a lot of upvotes. So I feel like it would be necessary for me to share, and I think that you in the stream chat should share as well. And if you're watching this video after the fact, feel free to leave a comment. What's something that you overheard that you shouldn't have, regardless of whether or not, people believe you to be sleeping or not? Maybe you were eavesdropping. Maybe, you kind of saw something you shouldn't have. What have you become privy to, you savvy, that you shouldn't have? Number 29. My friends sucking each other's pee-pees. They were 16. Okay. Oh my god. I just hear bongo drums playing in my head. This is pretty early in the list to run into stuff like this. I think to myself, maybe I should have gone lower on the list. I'll go a couple lower. We should have worked up to an entry like that. Number 33. Oh, never mind. Nope. Number 32. We're all sharing the same hotel room. I was 13. Oh my god. Never mind. Let's just go up from where I decided. Whoa, wowzers. Number 28. On a class trip, I heard a girl talk badly about me to the other girls that were in my room. She was saying I was a retard and too dumb to stand up for myself. She said the only reason that she didn't bully me out of the school was because she needed me to help her with my homework. What you mean, bitch? Don't you mean she needed you to help her with her homework? What she need you to help her with your homework for? If you're gonna be speaking from certain perspectives, do it right. God damn it. Ugh. No wonder this bitch was about to get bullied out to school. You gotta be real confident as a bully when you believe you can just bully someone clean out of the school. I wish I could bully people's clothes off, you understand? Then I'd always have the upper hand. I'd be like the real life Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist. You know what I'm talking about? Playing cards face down. In defense mode. But, then you'd fall into traps. Hello, Mew the Sprinkles. Hello, Linda. Hello, Irish Bradley. I was really considering whether or not to fire up a firecracker of a list today, but, here we are. Because that's what we do. That's what we do. Bradley, of course, says, I overheard my two other best friends banging for the first time on the opposite couch during a college move-in day party. Damn, the first day now. We'd all three been best friends since 3rd grade. And it was finally time to bang each other's brains out. But not that other guy. Diana says, good evening, Kyle. Good evening, Diana. Just trying to keep it together, as usual. Don't want to have any breakdowns, you know what I mean? Go full crazy like your other YouTubers. I just can't do it anymore. I do have a pretty steady diet of watching other weirdos that have I don't know, man. I guess soared too high on this platform, and then I believed, I don't know. I guess the attention became like a drug to them, so that when they stopped receiving it in the amounts that they found necessary, they just lost their damn mind. And I'm particularly infatuated with the ones that fall really far, like, you know, they just hit the bottom of the bottom, the rockiest of the bottoms, whether they're homeless, whether they're drinking, whether they, they teamed up with some floozy, some hoe that was only with them for specific reasons. So now that they've gotten what they wanted, maybe they wanted to access like other people, so they cucked the dude. Oh my dude, I can't get enough of Cosmo Wright, who now goes by Narcissa Wright, who holy shit, man, they used to be like this amazing speedrunner and just badass, and the girl that they wound up with wanted, and somehow, and let me get the right noise ready, somehow this bitch was able to convince this dude to fly out other men on his dime so that she could stay at hotel rooms and bang the dudes. And then when they'd go to conventions together, I guess, she would bang those dudes as well. And I shit you not, this guy ends up at like what do I call it? A tournament where they are, playing for some big bad Nintendo bullshit. And this dude, who is otherwise very, very, very good, ends up being destroyed by this other asshole. Okay? And it's a surprise that Shigeru Miyamoto was actually there. Oh my god. Long story short, man, this dude that used to be a really prolific and popular speedrunner he transitions into a lady and has some of the most tone deaf content on the internet. Just fully going into a woman. Like, people were liking this dude because he could speedrun amazing. He could play a video game very well. But now that he's transitioned, all he wants to post are effectively vlogs and shit where it's like, look at me. And boy, I'm not going to say anything because you can't really say anything on YouTube, baby. But there are passable women, and then there was Cosmo Wright transitioning into Narcissa. And boy, oh boy, just watching him go nuts, because apparently people who don't want to watch, what they subscribed for, turned into this dude that's now a lady on the bed with short shorts. Look at my legs and I'm so pretty. Ugh. It's great, man. It's great. You guys want to lose a half hour? Type up Narcissa Wright and look up one of these, the downfall or bullshit videos. It's killing me. It's killing me inside. Wow, I didn't mean to betray how much more interesting that is to me than the beginning of this list, but, when we get entries like these, it's like, where are we going? This is the bottom of the list. It's only supposed to get crazier as we go up. It's only supposed to get crazier. Bradley says, it sounded hilarious, lots of pauses and hushed giggles, and after that she let one rip. She queefed. Oh. Okay. Bradley says, I was definitely not the cuck in the situation, for I had already been with the girl before and was legit happy for them. Whatever you say, Bradley. I like a situation where a guy has to say, I wasn't the cuck. Also, I banged her before. Also, I make more money and my dick is bigger. I'm gonna go ride my motorcycle. I'm sorry. That day I met the president. He shook my hand. He said, you're everything. He gave me a medal. Number 28. Oh, Taku Muse says, how do you spell the channel's name? Ooh, y'all really want me to get into Narcissa, right? If I could get away with watching a video on Narcissa, right, dude. Instead of whatever this dog and pony show is, but y'all want to talk about a dog. You can't say that, Koyo. Okay? Never mind. Totally unrelated thing that I'm talking about. Narcissa, right, bro. The sad story of Narcissa, right? The story of Narcissa. I seen them all. Yeah, I talk about. I see them all. No. But this is a pretty condensed one. The one that's 20 minutes. Okay. Oh God. Okay, so this is what the person became.
Rises to the top, only to reach
fast as I can.
In order to understand just how Narcissa became one of the most disliked speedrunners in recent memory,
bruh, come on. There are some of these that have like hot montages of the shit that. Okay, so here he is setting a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time record for like the fastest completion or whatever. This is him as Cosmo, right? He used to be that dude that's playing games fast and people like him, blah, blah, blah. But then, one day, after taking a bunch of really weird soy stuff and losing, some shit.
A shift away from speedruns that gave her so much success.
Oh.
Outside the brief moments of post-nut clarity,
Bruh.
Narcissa's marathon streams would begin to spiral down.
It's like 3 years. Like, what do you think I've been fucking doing? Human psychology, bullying, attention, fame, the human ego.
Bro.
I've delved into these subjects. I've conducted experiments. Here's the thing though, I never actually slept on stream though. I only
Oh my God. Yeah, they get suspended for sleeping on stream. Please. That's one of my favorite clips on.
Please support my Patreon, please. Please.
It's like some people don't realize that just because you think you're self-aware doesn't make the content any less cringe. You gotta know that. And there's a layer of cringe to everything that anyone does. And I believe that the cringe needs to be within acceptable parameters. Sir, the cringe. The structural integrity has been compromised. You need to get out of there, sir. I have my cringe hazmat suit on. I'll be fine. Sir, the cringe is inside the suit. It's you. Oh no. Then I should be fine. I've been living with this, right? I guess technically, but what about us? Fuck y'all. That's fucked up, sir. It's an honor serving with you. Number 21. On a class trip, I heard a girl talk about how badly, she hated me, blah, blah, blah. She needed me to do her homework, but she was going to bully me out of the school. Then my best friend stood up for me and she said that I wasn't dumb, just a bit shy, and then told her to F off. Yeah, friends. Yeah. Does anybody other than Bradley have anything to contribute as it pertains to something that they've overheard in their life that perhaps they shouldn't have heard? But Bradley, if you want to tell us about another time, you're free to do so, man. Seraphim Bear says, "Evening, Kyle. Today is my birthday. My family gave me condolences and made me a cake. I share the same birthday with Trump." Not sure why that was necessary to throw in at the end there. I guess if you're proud of it or consider that relevant, then dope. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Seraphim. Trump shares it with you. According to you. Number 27. Sleeping over at a friend's house when I was 14 years old, all of us were on the floor in the living room. I couldn't sleep. Two of my friends, guy and girl, directly next to me start doing some freaky things to each other. I was extremely shy and a couple of years younger than them, so I stayed quiet and I just hoped that they would stop. I had to listen to them for an hour while she made weird-ass moaning, squeaky noises, and he was singing in a weirdly, slightly whispery, singy voice. Matchbox 20 songs while he did whatever he was doing. That was the last time I slept over at a friend's house. They wanted you to watch. Ariana bizarrely says, "Today is Slow, my best friend's birthday." This could mean a variety of things. Perhaps she has a friend that she refers to as Slow. Perhaps she's saying that today is slow and that it is her best friend's birthday. Perhaps she's calling her best friend slow. That boy ain't right. Who knows? I'm not here to try to figure out what the hell people mean. Y'all could help me out, man. I love people in my comment section. Some of them are so long-winded that their stupid-ass messages take up like 15 fucking entries, and I'm supposed to read all of that garbage. And other people leave things that are so bizarre or confusing that they could have just used a couple of words or arranged them better so that I'd know what the hell they're talking about, and they don't do that. I'm not taking advantage of that. Let them figure it out for whatever I feel like typing. I got shit to do. Hey, Kyle Streaming, better get in there, leave a confusing comment, and get out of here. Holy shit.
420350.
God damn, YNK. If you knew what you do to my heart, that's what I like that's what I like about you. So first of all, thank you for the 420, even though it's 42.0. Way to move the decibel? God damn it. I'm turning up the decibels. And thanking you for moving the decimal in a sexy direction. Thank you for that 420.
Smoke weed every day.
And thank you for the tree fitty as well. Where's the button?
What's tree fitty?
$3.50.
Tree fitty. Tree.
But more importantly, thank you for being here in my time of need and assuming the position of the new stream boss. Give it up, guys. YNK, once again, dropping that excellence. You know, he's the type of guy that you want to just throw a blanket over the both of you and whisper, sing Matchbox 20 songs to. That'll get her in the mood, even though she's already in the mood. That'll get her moaning, but more importantly, squeaking. She's an anime character. Or he's an anime character, I don't know. I got lost in that one, I'll admit it. Otaku Muse says, "Sorry, there was a time when I was at a sleepover with who I thought were friends, and while we were sleeping, a few of them were saying that they wanted to kill me. Damn! You got some slender girl friends. Holy shit. Wow. And they would talk about it while with you? You're just hoping they were just trying to freak you out because that's how they think that they can establish shit. Special thanks to YNK for being a badass in the heat of the night. My God. I should be giving him this money back, man. Because he's the one who's brightening my life. Davey Wavy says, "Could you lower your voice? I'm trying to sleep. Plus the world revolves around me." Love it. Love it. YNK says, "I want to keep the puppy." My man. Well, I guess the puppy gets to prance around another day. Look at him go. Look at him go. As we continue up this list, and we burn some candles for Jade and YNK's puppy, we arrive at number 26. My mom getting the shit beat out of her. Oh no, that's not cool. Oh man. Ew, people can follow people on Reddit. Ugh, gross. Ugh. And this dude was like editing his post to say that, oh yeah, he has strong opinions against racism. Like, that's his own business. And, you know, why shouldn't he? Why should he be in agreement with racism or something? But people are probably, you know, commenting. Can you imagine just posting an entry to a thread, like an answer to a question, instead of doing the whole, oh, well, I'm not who this question is referring to, but, and instead you're getting a bunch of people in your fucking history that are reading through your posts and shit. You gotta wonder how bored motherfuckers on Reddit are. It's not like a chick that has really big titties was posting in here and you're like, well, okay, it's time to do some research. It's just some dude who said his mom was getting beat up and that he overheard that when he was young. That sucks, dude. It sucks specifically because you got to think about, you know, when you're young and you maybe feel powerless in that type of situation, but you have to live with that. You have to live with that. And it's not as simple as like, you should have stood up for yourself and gotten a weapon or something and taken care of business every day. Taking care of business and work overtime. It's like, unfortunately, even with a weapon, you could probably be overpowered because you're a klutz. He'd probably see you coming. You know, he'd probably know what's up. And in some, you know, unfortunate and very real life situations, sometimes the mom will have the back of the abuser. That's what's up. That's what'll go down. And the mom will sell your ass up the river, even if you could effectively take care of the problem, if you could neutralize the problem. The cringe, Kyle. The call is coming from inside the house. Number 25. I wasn't pretending to be asleep per se, but I was well on my way. I was under anesthesia and I was fading in and out. I remember closing my eyes to help move things along. I was in a lot of pain because my appendix had ruptured. This happened years ago, so I can't remember all of the details, unfortunately. I remember being moved onto the operating table. They told me to take my shirt off, I think, and I heard someone go, "What do you think would happen if I poked her belly button right now?" I was an outie prior to having an appendectomy. They went through my belly button, so that is no longer the case. Anyway, very quickly, I responded with, "Dude, that is not funny. Remember what happened?" No, somebody said, "Dude, that's not funny. Remember what happened last time." It's possible I was starting to dream, but I remember it making me feel a mix of amusement and anxiety. Man, some people need to take it down a notch. You know what I mean? I know that it's their job dealing with people as they're dead or dying, but fuck me. That's probably the last thing you want to hear is a bunch of fucking wisecracking jokers while you feel like you're gonna die because something inside you has ruptured and you could bleed out. Or just die from the shock of the pain. Dying from the shock of the pain. Linda says, I was sleeping on the couch in the living room and overheard my youngest sister advising her friend how to accidentally get pregnant. Damn, y'all start young, huh? I immediately informed both of their boyfriends.
You see, what you want to do is go get his condoms and just take this pin and just take care of yourself for the rest of your life. You won't have to work a day. Fuck that guy. He's giving me his money. And even if he decides that he doesn't want to be with me anymore, as long as he can find him, that money's coming to me. You're gonna have to deal with some stupid baby, but it'll be worth it. It'll be so worth it. That's right, Fiend. I don't want to make out with you, Fiend. Well, maybe I do.
Number 24. Probably the funniest was on a camping trip with the boys. I have sleep apnea and I use a CPAP machine. I overheard a couple of my mates talking about smoking a joint and hotboxing me through the air intake of my CPAP machine. I don't like the way the CPAP sounds. Know what I mean, Jade? Maybe my view. Don't say that, man. Don't say that. I was going to say my view is jaded, but, I'm only explaining. Can we get back to this Narcissa story? Please.
Please support my Patreon, please.
Bruh. Please. I want more of the story of the ex. You know what I mean? That was like, I'm gonna bang these dudes, and there's nothing you can do about it. Let's see.
114 Hellfire missiles on my body. For now, I don't want you guys to calm down. Okay.
Get the fuck out.
Firstly, there was Cosmo's public breakup with his girlfriend, Adrian Rose, and the forced cuckolding that was part of this relationship.
Yeah.
During Cosmo's rise to prominence, his girlfriend Adrian was always a constant for Cosmo, and they were often seen side by side at many conferences.
Man, bro. Get to the part where she fucking cuck him good. Damn it.
He agreed to the routine cuckolding.
She wanted to have a more open relationship, cautious and reluctant, but sort of went along. I remember scolding her after a GDQ where she was, I guess, flirty with other guys, but like flying in a speedrunner to our place and then going off to a hotel with him without me knowing what was going on. It just felt like stabbed. Well, I can say who was getting stabbed, Cosmo. Your girlfriend, over and over in a pussy hole, over and over in a pussy hole. And she was like, and the titties weren't even big. What are y'all niggas doing? What you doing out in these streets? Enough. Shitty Kyle musical. What y'all niggas doing out in these streets? All right. God, we got to get through this list. Come on. Number 23 says, when I was a wee tot, I pretended to be asleep in the family room so that I wouldn't have to actually go to VED. Who knows what it is? And once my parents were distracted, I could keep watching TV. I then got to hear my dad proposition my mom for couch sex. It had been many years, so I don't remember exactly what he said. But it was something along the lines of, you want to hop on pop? Oh, you want to hop on pop? You want to hop on this? Let's get it in there, girl. Linda says, no, wait, I read that already. Linda, that's scary, okay? Why these girls gotta, there are men right now that think that they're dealing with a normal girl and she's normal and everything's fine. But she's trying to get that baby in her. Doesn't care if he's ready or not. Oh, ready or not, here he comes deep inside. I'm gonna have this baby and carry it to term. She doesn't care if you're ready. You better find a bridge, boy, cause it'll be the only escape. Kyle, you can't, no. It's a joke. It is a joke. Number 22. I acted asleep while my family were talking amongst themselves about getting me married off to this girl who's educated, but 5 years older than me. I was 15. Bitch, how educated is a 20-year-old broad? That bitch needs some goddamn life experience. Book smart ass hoes. You know how many really smart people I know that die like a fucking bitch? I said it. Because you're so ignorant, you know what I mean? And I'm not just talking about the people going out and getting drunk, abusing this drug, mixing up with the wrong crowd and shit like that. Just people who are fucking ignorant in the ways of the world because they haven't been paying attention. Some people are ignorant because they're born into a situation where they've never really had to work or do anything to make it. Do you get what I'm saying? A lot of people haven't had to earn shit. They haven't had to really get in the midst of the nitty gritty and fucking, get their hands dirty, so to speak. So they've kind of had things handed to themselves in a very luxurious way where worrying hasn't been something they've needed to do. And maybe that's phrased incorrectly. Worrying about anything real. They've definitely worried about, where they're going to eat. As far as what restaurant they should go to, they've definitely worried about things like what to wear. Oh my God, I just don't know what to wear. I just don't know what to wear. How am I going to wear my hair? Oh, as soon as real life hits, blam, they dead. What a tragedy. Feel so bad. But like, your parents are trying to. I think a family can be wealthy. But ain't nobody educated at 20 years old. Shit. We've jumped through society's hoops for sure. For sure. You can jump through a lot of hoops by the time you reach 20. Get yourself a bunch of credits. You're well on your way to not sucking balls and being able to earn more paper than your peers. But you ain't educated, motherfucker. And a smart person will tell you that they feel that they know nothing. Because the people who are the loudest are fucking stupid. So look. She got married and divorced and absolutely ragdoll abused. So I feel bad about it now. Damn. I guess she was the full package if she was just allowing herself to be knocked around like that. Hey, come over here.
Yeah? I like that.
What do you want for dinner? I got Tia to laugh. Yes! Yes, I got Tia to laugh. Is this because I didn't sweep? It's not funny. It's not funny. It's a crazy situation. It's the sad part. You know what I mean? Bradley says I was retarded at 20 years old. What do you mean was? I'm sorry. Okay. We'll stop. Wow, the mic fell over. All right.
You're so mean.
I'm not. It's just a joke. They're just jokes. Come on. Oh, jeez. And it's not funny. Abuse isn't funny. It's just fucked up, man. Some people will tolerate some shit and it's crazy. Take it from the reason I have to laugh is because you know my backstory and you know that many women can get away with claiming things that they have no proof for and that a lot of people will run with that shit. So the idea that a lot of people are genuinely taking abuse and they're not utilizing the avenues available to them as a woman to get people to listen, that sucks. And I will admit, because I'm very well aware of the world, that there are scenarios where, unfortunately, the girls can't get anyone to listen. The cops don't give a shit. The parents don't give a shit if they even believe them. And that's crazy shit. That'll shut your ass up when people don't believe you. But the crazy thing is, we live in a world now where everybody's got a fucking supercomputer in the palm of their hand, homie. And if you're really fucking educated, then I hope that you found yourself, I don't know, the funds to secure yourself a motherfucking phone, which isn't as luxurious in America as it might be in other places. So if you have a phone, you have the tool with which to capture your abuser. Not just audio, but video. And you can take this to someone who cares. And by that, I usually mean put this nigga on blast in an expose type of way. Because if the cops don't care, expose their ass too. Find a damn lawyer. Lawyers looking for paydays. And they will take your case of negligence, whether it's on the part of, the officers that refuse to take your case. Whether it's on the part of, people around you that you went through and this is why a lot of vigilante shit happens, man. People don't understand. Whitey doesn't understand because they've never been in the position where justice hasn't found them. Because usually if you have money, you can make things bend in your favor. But sometimes even if you have money, you can't get shit to work for you. Maybe you're the wrong gender. I said it. Do you get what I'm saying? Maybe you're the wrong race. I said that. So unfortunately, my dude, when you can't find justice, shit changes. It's a Daredevil situation. Matt Murdock, Marvel's Daredevil, is a lawyer. And he tries to pursue things along the correct and legal avenue occasionally, but he damn well knows that shit ain't gonna get, it's not gonna get results sometimes. So you gotta get some attention, you gotta turn some heads, you gotta get that justice. Sometimes the only way you know how. This is a sad entry, and I make jokes because if we don't laugh, we'll cry, man. The world's a terrifying place. I would like to extend this invitation to you to go. I'm giving Narcissa right shit, and I shouldn't. Sometimes our misery loves company, I guess. And seeing things get crazy, it's a Schadenfreude specifically because Narcissa did a lot of that to themselves, They chose to have a lot of those things happen to them, And in a situation where it's like somebody has a whip and they are just whipping your arms and you keep extending your arms, it's like, hey, man, maybe you ain't right. But, you know what? I'm here for you, and I want to make things a little more stable. I'm going to extend this link to you, and I think that if you go there, everything will make sense. I think as you scroll down the page of the link that I've provided, your eyes may begin to water as the tears well up in your eyes and you realize, this man, I have a connection with this man. And I know what it's like. Do you know what it's like? Let me see if you know what it's like. I won't whip you. Unless that's what you're into. Number 21. My stepmom's nephew was talking about what they would do to me sexually if given the chance. Stepmom's nephew. So that's like step cousin? I was 14 years old. They were 17, 19, and 21 years old. Thankfully, the window to the motorhome was slightly open, and my dad heard the entire thing. I was scared of boys for a long time after that. But did your dad kick their ass? Or the one of them's ass? My dad ripped them a new one, then that was the end of it. About a year later, the youngest one tried to grope me when I was trying to sleep, but I was able to cover myself up and he gave up. Ugh, come on. The next day I told him I knew what he tried to do and I would tell my dad if he didn't stop. He acted like he didn't know what I was talking about, but he never tried again. A year or so after that, they got divorced and I never had to see her or her crazy family again. My God, we should get some hey, what's some crazy, family stories? Step bastards, bastards in law. That's some crazy stories that I'd like to hear. Number 20, my dad and stepmom was having a foursome with a couple of their friends. We were at a summer house and they did it in the living room. I felt so uncomfortable eating breakfast the next day. So why did they bring their kids to a summer home that they intended to swing in? We are past the day and age where kids go to bed and sleep through the night. Do you understand? With cell phones, shit, the night is the best time to be on the phone because that's when the nudes are getting distributed. Do you get what I'm saying? This is when you're forming the bonds with the people that you're talking to is at night because that's when they're not busy and that's when people aren't hovering around them and over them. So you can really have a conversation that will be uninterrupted by whatever is going on around both of y'all. But, if y'all intended to swing, parents, why are the kids there? You couldn't put on no damn music or nothing and try to lock them in their rooms or something? It's not hard to instill fear in some kids, man. If you come out of this room, I will kill you. You know what I mean? Simple. So they won't come out and they won't know. Turn on the music. Y'all crazy. Why in the living room? Why on the living room? Whatever. Bradley said, step cousin porn isn't even that intriguing. And then Linda says, was that your takeaway from that entry? How does your brain work? What made him this way? Number 19. My sister got drunk and I heard a loud thud and then she blacked out. 2 of her friends and my mom and dad were shouting at each other and they were saying to shut up because they didn't want to wake me up. And they were all crying thinking that she was dead and that I couldn't tell my sister I was happy that she didn't die. That's adorable. I can tell. Why not? Why can't you tell people that you're happy they didn't die? Especially if she got so drunk that she fell. If she got so drunk that she fell and blacked out, she should be told. What is with people? Y'all don't possess the capacity for critical thought? What is happening? If some bitch gets so fucking loose because she can't handle her liquor that she's blacking out and hitting her fucking head on things as she's on the way down, and this bitch possibly could have died, you let her know, hey bitch, you got so fucking sloppy that you could have fucking died. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that again. This happened to you. I'm happy you're not dead. I'm losing sleep over this because you're a fucking wreck. This shit isn't cute. Go find yourself a man so at least he can catch you if you're gonna fall. You know what I mean? What's wrong with your sloppy ass? My God, y'all out here scared. I couldn't tell my sister that I was happy that she didn't die. Basic. Y'all niggas suck. Number 18. Not me. But my wife heard her boyfriend having sex with her best friend. Oh. That is so sad. That is so sad. Y'all together and then she go to sleep and you're just like, hey, get over here. Number 17. My sister's soon-to-be fiance wanking while saying her name. That's kind of cute, I guess. I don't know. Saying their name. Oh, yeah. That's just a cover. You know? And she's gonna think, oh, how romantic. But really? He was thinking about Stacy the whole time, dude. He was thinking about Stacy the whole time. Hello to Koopaling. Number 16. Overheard the parents talking about plans for when they were going to have sex. It's not as gnarly as some of the other things, you know. Someone asks, what were the plans? And the original person responds, my dad coming home from work at lunchtime, the next day to do it while the kids would be at school. When I got back from school that day, I couldn't look my parents in the eyes. They fucked you into existence, you stupid cunt. What is it like with people not understanding that if they have 2 parents that stuck around for them growing up, dude? That, yeah, no, maybe they're into each other. Did you know? Maybe they're into each other. Number 15. My mom and aunt were talking and thinking 10-year-old me was asleep. My aunt says, this little bastard is so cute. And my mom said, no, he's not very good looking at all. It's your genes, bitch. What the fuck? And if it ain't majorly your genes that have manifested appearance-wise, then naturally it's probably the dude that you were banging appearance. So did you like how he looked? 'Cause if not, if you was just slinging it all over town regardless of whoever looking however, wow, bitch. You did this to me, ma'am. You. Someone said I had the same experience, but the difference was that I wasn't asleep and my mom said that in front of me.
Well, I'd rather be ugly on the outside than ugly on the inside, ma'am. Enjoy dying alone, you fucker. Tired of your shit. You know what? I can't wait, Mom. I'm gonna pretend that we're making up and everything's alright and it's all behind us and everything's fine, but I'll remember. And when you fucking need it the most, you dirty fuckhound, I'll be there. Do 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 do. Knife you in the back. Better not need my help. Just call my name. Fuck you, Mom.
Who's the girl? Who's that? What are we going to name her? Number 14. My friends. Talking about going into my wallet later and stealing my money. And then leave before I notice. I kicked them all out. Don't you love how dumb some bitches are? They could have exchanged text messages and said some stupid shit like that. If they're just a bunch of thieves, you know what I mean? Disgusting. Disgusting. But nope, they were talking about it out loud, in earshot of this bitch, talking about how they were just gonna rob her and then leave. What? Hello to Alpha Mercy. I just feel like I'm disintegrating. I feel like I'm a rock. But that enough time has passed that I have like eroded in a way where I still hold my shape, but with the right stimulation in the way of like a breeze, or if somebody came and like hit me, that I would just crumble. And that I'm only holding the shape because I haven't been disturbed in a considerable amount of time. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Number 13. Before I got divorced, I was laying in bed. It was like 11 a.m. or so on my day off. After a long string of, I think like 10 or so work days in a row. My ex, who refused to get a job, was in the next room playing a game. And then I heard him say, "That motherfucking bitch is still sleeping." Oh my God. Oh my God. That motherfucking bitch paying all the bills so you can sit on your ass 24/7. Damn. Damn, that's pretty rude, man. I don't know, man. I feel like some people got really big titties. And not just physically, but like mentally. There's nothing more beautiful, ladies, than a triple D mental rack. Just huge mind boobs. Shake your mind boobs, girls. And don't let anybody convince you that you're not worthy. Ricky says that was deep. Like your mind cleavage, girls. Like your mind cleavage. Number 20. Minus, like 8? My parents discussing whether or not I was gay. And exploring where they went wrong with raising me. Was it too many hugs? Too many hugs? It takes a lot to make a gay. That's fucked up. Oh, man. That's really adorable. I feel like you gotta be a really special kind of wholesome kid to confuse your parents into thinking you're gay. Now that's what I'm talking about. Anya Radford, how did you even find this channel? This channel has been whitelisted by the internet. It's not something that people should be able to break into. The algorithm is not kind to this channel, and it would make it so that even if you knew what you were looking for, it would still be difficult to find. Still be difficult to find. I should really start, I don't know, posting shit on Twitter. And then getting people to follow me on Twitter and like my posts. Get the fuck out of here. The dirty fuckhound. Number 11. My mom was trying to calm my dad down out of a suicidal fit. Oh my God. My brother and I had been really bad that day, and when he grounded us, we both told him that we hated him and wanted him to go away. He didn't do anything wrong. My brother and I were just really immature cunts. So I'm pretty sure blackout drunk at this point, which I had never seen and still haven't seen since, walked into our room and I pretended to fall asleep. Then he just started these deep, haunting sobs. that I'll probably never forget. He stumbled outside, and we could hear him begging my mom to let him die, and sobbing, "All I've ever wanted in my entire life was to be a better dad than mine." Oh my God. You just got little monsters. That's what those little boys were ever going to be. It's not your fault. You've provided the roof, you've provided the clothes. Raise them and don't kill them, and you've done your job, I was only 11 or so, but it destroyed my heart. Everything's about you. I think at the time I learned the emotional pain can actually physically hurt. I was hunched over in bed, bawling my eyes out, and on the verge of throwing up. I also felt like an asshole for crying over what he said. My brother was thankfully able to sleep through it all. I think about that once every 2 weeks or so, and I always message him to tell him that I love him when I do. I hope he forgets about it, but being a dad myself now, I don't think it's something you totally forget. It might not hurt like it did in the moment, but I don't think you forget. Like most heartbreaking things, I guess. What a biting, somber entry. I love it. I love it. Sardonic Scout says, I don't remember finding this channel. I think I've just always been subscribed. Now that's what I call a comment. I think I like it a lot.
I don't remember when my clothes came off for you, Kyle. I just feel like they've always been off.
Wow. You just came out the womb and people were like, put this on him. And you were like, not this baby. No clothes shall ever adorn this baby. I am as they were in the garden. I know not shame, and I am not ashamed of this body. You cover me because of your insecurities. I will not be covered. And then raising a fist, you said, baby power. Baby power. Pure Aryan baby race, apparently. Number 10. The person in the bunk under me beating his dick like it owed him money. Y'all sharing a bunk, and you want to... Look, man. Yeah, I stopped myself because it doesn't matter which bunk you're on, top or bottom. You're jostling the bunk around with your beating. My God, man. Gross. I think that's psychopathic behavior. I don't think that shit's normal, and I don't think it's cute. You're the type of asshole. You're the type of asshole on a bunk bed to mess around with yourself like the other person wouldn't feel it. Okay, number 9. Quote, no wonder people at school think he's gay. My stepmom. They're collectible items, you stupid hag. Not that you'd know anything about that because you have no fucking hobbies or interests, you pointless succubus. And these ponies are worth more than you can imagine. This is like the 5th notification for the shitty fucking thread I've received all day. Why do you keep throwing it in my face? Stop. Stop. Again. So this is what's trending. This is the top post on Ask Reddit right now. If buying groceries were a game, what are some loading screen tips that you'd read? You guys overestimate the quality of loading screen tips. After selecting your items, you can pay at the counter. Need many groceries? Get a cart. Don't forget to reload, Dr. Freeman. I mean, all of this is... It's not funny. Why do people upvote shit like this? Get refrigerated and frozen items last? How stupid do you have to be to need to learn this lesson more than once? Because even if you can't process that, that's what you need to do logically without having made that mistake once before. You know what I mean? How many times do you need to learn that fire hot? How many times? Wait a minute. Should I put my hand over that stove? I'll just touch it. Ah! So hot. Jesus Christ.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson?
Yeah, how many times we gotta teach you this lesson? Skin. I was just testing my nerves.
It is so hot in here now.
Is that hot for you?
No, I'm saying this, like the room is hot.
Fucking naked baby Dia, man. Number 8. My family were staying at a friend's house and had to share a room. My dad comes to bed hammered and says to my mom something along the lines of, "Does it impress you that I'm this drunk and can still perform?" I actually wanted to die. I guess we move on. Number 7. That I was dying with meningitis, but joke's on the doctor, I'm still kicking. Well, I'm glad that they survived. Number 6, boy. My mom having an affair with her fiance's best friend, who was married. In the same room that I was sleeping in. I was 10 years old. Your mom's a hoe, boy. Holy shit. Don't feel bad. My mom banged some random guy on my bottom bunk while I was on the top bunk. I was 8 or 9 at the time. Loud, vocal, crazy sex. Looking back, I assume she was either wasted or didn't give a shit. Can't ask her now because I haven't seen her since I was around 12 to 13. Lucky you. I'm glad that you resituated yourself away from these haggish women. Disgusting. You know, some babies just got pooped out while the ladies kept walking, man, and it's terrible. And I feel bad for you. Because y'all babies got to grow up so damn fast that you got to learn how to cut your own umbilical cord lest you be dragged to death. That's a colorful analogy, isn't it? I hope you've never had to live a life. You know what the funny thing is? If you've been subscribed to me for a long enough time, you've heard me say things like, I hope the curtain never gets pulled from your eyes. And you learn that justice isn't really for you. It's for people who are willing to pay top dollar. But even now, I think you're learning that the system isn't just corrupt. It's a system that didn't work. And that people who are genuinely up and down innocent and are just, you know, doing things that are well within what we would consider the law are still paying the price and having their freedom taken away from them. And unless they have the immediate money to do something about it, they are fucked. Pretty crazy. You know, we've come a long way, but we're going in the wrong direction. Number 5, my mom on a payphone begging her boyfriend for more heroin. These are getting pretty gnarly, huh? These are getting pretty sad and gnarly. To everybody here, go ahead and tell me something you've overheard that perhaps you shouldn't have. Bradley says, "Oh, Kyle, read any creepypasta from Tobias Wade. I'll link you the best ones." Again, Snapchat CYAEL and Twitter CYAEL. DM me some shit that you think would make a great sarcastic read. Doesn't need to be creepy, but creepy things are amusing to me because some of them are written in a way where it's like, this is supposed to be scary, but in reality it's just like, but when I got up to look, no one was there. That was the last time I did that. Thing that I thought that I saw in my house, but nothing was there, but I'm pretty sure I saw it. Let's not meet. Bling, bling. Ooh, so spooky. What was that? Awful. And people literally wet their pants and go,
Oh God, I can't wait till they read another one like that. Yeah.
what? Number 4. I was a camp counselor. Two girls very much like to make hot or not lists. One of them suggested a male counselor was hot, and the other said he was saying mean things about me behind my back, which made him not hot. It hurt to hear that from my campers, but I'm glad they supported me. I'm glad that my channel supports me in the idea that potentially maybe I might want to go to the other gender. I'm not going to make it because, as I've told you guys, I'm gender frozen. But you know, nobody else can be me because I'm the only gender frozen person. And the way that I can make sure that I stay the only gender frozen person is by not adequately explaining exactly what it is. So other people can say that they're that, but they're not really, you know? Stripes keeps saying I'll get there, man, but I'm pretty sure that unless I accidentally go too far in my sleep or something, I'll be alright. Can't do that. Dakota says, I love you, Kyle. It has been a while since I've watched your videos, and I'm so happy to be back. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dakota. You know? Did you miss that? I don't think you did. I don't think you did. Candy says, shave your beard first. What's wrong with you? All right? You know, one day you're going to go too far, Stripes. Stripes has a really incredible ARG game going on right now. Y'all don't really know much about ARG games, okay? But Stripes has bent reality in her favor. She perhaps is the cruelest, most masochistic, like, creature, like, deviant that I've ever met in my entire life. And I can't lie, a part of me has a lab coat on when I deal with Stripes because it is this ongoing, informative, intriguing experiment with a person in human skin that is never a letdown. It's always, it's a gift that keeps on giving. But the greatest thing that the devil ever did was convince people he didn't exist. And the greatest thing that Stripes has ever done is convince some of you that she's the victim, because you've heard me have outbursts on her that make it seem like,
Kyle, how could you say that to just poor little girl?
and she comes in and she's like,
I'm Stripes, what's the big deal? Blah, 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 blah. Oh.
she's like the fucking human olive oil. Yep, I'm bullying Stripes, dude. Yup. Good shit, right? Well done, Stripes. How have you bent these people? You know, surely you should have a cult, Stripes. I should have established you as a lieutenant and made you responsible for just wormholing all of people's funds. But instead, you'd buy squishables with that, so I can't put you in charge of fucking nothing. Who's gonna get me my Funyuns? You understand? You think this is a joke? This Funyun shit is real, baby. Let me show y'all right meow. Wait a minute, this is the wrong one. Why is that like even hot linked? Jesus. But I don't like hot links. I like Funyuns. That's what life is all about. Oh, wow. I almost forgot about Gushers. I want to thank Gushers again because, you know, I was almost down and out. And then, you know, they really came and they gave me the batteries, figuratively, that I needed to push through. And I want to thank Gushers for energizing me in that capacity. You know what I mean? That's wild. Gushers, thank you. Can I bookmark this? You know? Gushers wouldn't be Gushers without the black community. We're working with Fruit by the Foot on creating space to amplify that. We see you. We stand by you. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your Gushers. Help me to carry on. Oh, it won't be long until the inside juicy part come bursting into your mouth. I said, gush on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need some gushers to squeeze. Nobody's home. Do you suck the gusher? Do you bite the gusher? What happens with you? Thank you for the revitalization. Thank you. Yo, Gusher should make edibles, boy. Ooh, that would be fire. Come on, baby. Gusher's edibles. Stripes really hit it with a candle. Why is Stripes funny on paper? Do you get what I'm saying? Look at this guy bringing the room down. Bill Withers died a couple of months ago. Wow. Thanks. You got anything else in that bag, man? You just want to let out? Shit. Oh, you got some COVID statistics? You want to just throw in there? Throw it in the chat, my man. Thank you, Bradley. Wow, you guys are like the most varied commenters. There's a bunch of people, but only like 2 of you are like, now let me tell you something in the chat all the time. I love it. All right. Number 3, my old roommates were planning to kick me out. You probably deserved it. Somebody said, did they do it? And the person said, yep. And then somebody else says, you squandered your advantage. You should have used your secret knowledge to get the drop on them and kick them out first. Ha ha ha, I'm not fired, you're fired. Nobody asks why. I wanted to know why. I wanted to know why. Bradley says, just you wait. I would like to go ahead and make everybody know that I would like people to condense their bad news, their downer news, into donation quotes that the robot will read. So then at the very least, we can have the novelty of hearing the robot say the stupid, terrible, sad thing that you want to, for some reason. Hey guys, you guys having a good time? I saw a dead elephant today. It wasn't dead when I got there. It was shot. It didn't deserve it. It had escaped from a zoo, and they just put it out of its misery. How do you like that, Kyle? Wow. I don't like it at all. Well, I have a video. May I show it to you? No, please stop. Red Sun says, that gave me a, yep, I'm like Ron Burgundy, dude. I read it as it is. So it says, you know what? That gave me a new idea to add gushers in cereal. You have gone too far, bitch. Bitch once again. This is the same guy that I was talking about putting icing on hot dogs. Yeah. No thanks. Gushers in cereal. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? It really just sent a shiver down my spine what it does to the milk. And then you drinking the milk? Bitch, you want to get hospitalized? Super Chris said that gushers are his favorite snack. And that he hopes everybody is safe during these trying times. That's so super de-duper of you, Chris. I want to bring my lameness to the next level, but you guys don't have the right equipment to level me up. I almost said that you don't have the balls, but I think the more adequate term would just be to say that you don't have the stones. Do you get it? Do you get it? Because in Pokemon, with the right stones, you can make certain Pokemon evolve. And I'm saying you don't have the stones for it. But the ladies, they do have the mind titties for it. Thank you for having your mind titties on deck, ladies. Diana says there's some weird cereals now. What you mean? Let's see. New cereals. Okay. Well, damn, you win. You win. There is a Peeps cereal. And on the surface, it doesn't sound that crazy. You know what I mean? We put marshmallows in cereal all the time. But then you look at this and it looks like a normal ass bowl of like bullshit Fruit Loops. This doesn't look innovative at all. It looks shitty. You know, Fruit Loops make me sick. Do you guys know that? I can't eat Fruit Loops. Or Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles is like the final incarnation of cereal that'll make me vomit. Some things make me feel like they were genetically engineered to just take me in a direction where I'm gonna fucking vomit. And Fruity Pebbles is it, boy. Fruity Pebbles is it. That can make me fucking vomit. I remember when I was a child, I was like, what the fuck is this? I don't need to see this ever again. Twinkies looks like it could be what Kix used to be. And I'm not going to go into an old man rant about how they changed the formula on all my fucking cereals and made them disgusting because they used to put sugar in shit, but now they all like, nah, we gotta be fucking healthy and shit. Whose fault is that? I'm gonna blame Bradley. He probably had a direct hand in this shit. Hey man, you heard of Reese's Puff cereal, but what if we just put a big ass puff in this box? Nigga. One big puff per box. Put some milk on that, take a bite out of it, cereal on the go. You guys like Jolly Ranchers, right? How about if I just threw some Jolly Ranchers in a bowl of milk? If you know, it really just broadens the horizons of what cereal can be, you know? If I shaved some ball hair off and threw that in a bowl of milk, is that cereal? You know? You decide, stream. As we continue up this list to the number 2 entry, something like, she's too old for this, I'm not going to carry her up to bed anymore. And that was the last time that I was magically transported from the living room couch to my bedroom. Aw, bitch, get yourself a man who will carry you when you fall asleep somewhere to the bed. That's that. This is so sad, says somebody. Oh, please, get over it. Number 1 on this list, guys. In college, I woke up to roommate's bed creaking. I shoot up and see what the hell is going on, and there I see some woman on her back with her legs full spread, and my roommate just pile driving it like it's his last day on earth. Like a good bro, I quickly lie back down and pretend to be asleep, and she, in between gasps, is like, "Is your roommate awake?" And he's like, "Nah, he sleeps through anything." Oh my god, guys, come on. Cut to the next morning, I casually get up and turn on my PlayStation 2 and start playing some random game. The roommate's fling gets up and casually comes over and sits next to me and says, "Good morning." And I say, "Good morning. Did you sleep good last night?" And he goes, "Yeah, I can sleep through anything." As the last words left my mouth, I immediately realized I blew it, and she began a huge flurry of slaps at my roommate while cursing at him. He didn't care because he was too busy laughing at the whole thing. You're right. Okay, whatever. Fucking bitch. Dia, you showed me this thing the other day, and it was like really amusing. Was it on That Happened?
Yeah.
I present to you, ladies and gentlemen. I just walked into KFC and I was social distancing when the manager came up to me and said how nice my ass is. I told him to leave me alone and that people like him are the cause of coronavirus and the riots. Everyone started cheering for me and clapping. Guess who works at KFC as a manager starting tomorrow? That's right.
They needed to come up with a funny story so that them working at KFC wasn't the funny part.
I'm so glad I ripped this garbage fucking link that stupid bitch Stripes threw into the fucking chat. Remove. Don't you dare post no ugly ass knees in my chat again. What's wrong with this chick? Ugly knees. Oh, looking like a demon is trapped in there. Songs still on MySpace. What is this guy talking about? What is this guy talking about? Linda says, no, ball hair in milk is not cereal, Kyle. And then Sabrina says she loves that. You know, Big Titty Sabrina is down to try anything. She'll try anything once. You can't tell people what is and isn't cereal. You know? Because one man's cereal is another man's ball hairs in milk. We live in a world where if you say anything, you are going to be assessed in the court of public opinion. Is this thing you said insensitive, or is it actually offensive? Should you be deplatformed? How dare you with those thoughts? you are going to be judged by a high council of the most flat-chested women in existence, and they have nothing but bones to pick because they can't get the bones that all the big titty women have in crazy and excessive amounts. They are going to pass that judgment on to you. Them flat-chested bitches having to go in out of anger sale. They passing all the anger on to you, man. Yup. Those flat-chested girls, they go to sleep and they wake up in the morning and everything's fine, and you hear the and as they wake up and they're like, their eyes just tighten into rage as they remember, what's the point? I'm kidding. Sorry. Look, Dia, you won't laugh at this, but you was laughing at that shit earlier. That's fucked up. All right. Is this because? That's fucked up, man. I apologize to everybody. Oh my God, we have a native chief in here. How? Hello, guys. Miss y'all. Kisses to Dia and Kyle. What? Did I say you could put Jolly Ranchers in cereal bowl? I don't think so. Alright, guys. I hope you enjoyed this list. Do Chief Kyle big favor and click like button. And if you're not feeling clicking a like button, join the Discord, the link of which I will provide for you right now. If you're feeling like contributing in some kind of weird way, maybe you have access to a credit card of someone that you love and that loves you enough to be like, I don't care what they do with my credit card. Guess what? I've got the link for you. If you're feeling spicy and wanting to lose 20 minutes, go watch that fucking Narcissa Wright video I was telling you about, man. Shit's hilarious. Maybe you want a link to it? It's pretty condensed. 20 minutes, you know? I'm not like affiliated with this guy. I just like the video. Because it really shows you the downfall, like the rise and fall of some dude. But we're all getting hot in this room. The way that I get hot and bothered thinking about you. Thank you. Love you. Miss you. Need you. A special shout out to all of you here, but my sponsors, my patrons, and to YNK. I love you, man. You're really helping me take the edge off the way that I can't any other times. Actually, I do need edge takey offers. True Silverwolf says, sometimes I wonder where you find these people, Kyle. What do you mean? They're popular internet bastards. And then they fell from the cliff that they created. Well, they pushed themselves off a cliff. They flung themselves off the cliff and then said, oh my God, I'm falling. I can't believe this. Thank God we have gushers, man. Shit. Without a pillar of stability like this in my life, you have to wonder where we'd be. You're everything to me, gushers. Gushers and Funyuns. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Enjoy that prancing pug while it lasts. Good night, and have a pleasant tomorrow. You stay classy, San Diego.